So I guess we'll just start. Thank you guys, everyone in the chat, for hanging out. We are Five Live. I'm Bobby T.
I'm Martin.
And I'm Kriza.
All right, we have one person who then signed out. We're like, hey, we're signing in. We're going to start talking. And they're like, no, we're
They're
good.
like, oh, guys, these guys are actually going to talk. We're out.
This
I'm
bunch
out.
of assholes.
Yeah, exactly.
So I am still trying to get
I hit the wrong button. No!
Oh, and we lost another one. So
Yeah.
there that goes. Awesome. We're just terrible at this. So
We're not showing off any Sweet Knights figures.
Yeah,
Why are we here?
exactly.
yeah, well, that's exactly it. Like, if we were like, hey, check out these Knights of the Slice figures,
Yep.
people would be like, woo, let's watch these dudes. And instead, we suck.
But we have the awesome toys right here.
The awesomest.
Yes, exactly. The best. The best of the best of the best.
The
right.
EST of NXT is that
That's
chick with the disgusting hair.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Her hair makes me want to puke.
It does.
It's really
it
bad,
reminds
man.
me. It reminds me of someone cleaning a boys' or a women's locker room drain. That's what it reminds me of.
It looks like if you pulled out like a lot of hair. It's like,
Yep.
ugh, this is inappropriate.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So does it?
Who is still worst? Hair up and square up, or this hair
Oh,
whipping
hair up
person?
and square up
Yeah.
is offensive to my ears.
This is offensive to all
This
of
is
us.
offensive to all of us.
I see. I see.
And again, she's talented. She's a very, very good wrestler. But oh my God, just the fact that, and no one mentions that it probably smells like the underside of a car. Like, no one mentions that.
Yeah, no, it probably smells like onion soup mix.
Yeah, like something.
Like
you would think
it's not good.
Yeah, or like a homeless person's feet. No one talks about how.
Now, who is stinkier? Bray Wyatt or this woman from
Her,
NXT?
you know what?
hair.
Hold on. Her hair, that whip,
Yeah.
it probably smells like Bray Wyatt's beard and dreadlocks put together.
Right, but the
rough.
problem with Bray Wyatt, it's not just the beard and the dreadlocks, but then it's also the soup-stained shirt.
Yeah, no, he's definitely like, I've been sweating and
Yes.
eating onion soup.
Exactly.
It all goes back to,
It all
they
goes
smell
back.
like onion soup.
So Bray Wyatt is like a smelly Russian immigrant, is what you're telling me. You know, with like
without
the soup.
without the Russian,
Yeah.
like no, he's a
He's
smelly,
a bayou,
he's
that
a
was his thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a smelly bayou person. Like
Yeah,
someone who
it's awful.
Someone who would tell you how to find a alligator. Like that's what. Yeah, that's.
I want to
He's
hang out with
a
that.
alligator fan boat operator.
Exactly.
I want to
yeah.
hang out with Bray Wyatt.
No,
then,
you
yeah.
really don't.
No, I do.
The stench would bring tears to your eyes.
It's a good thing I lost my sense of smell when I chopped my brother in half with a machete. So I'm good. I even learned how to play the guitar by ear. with my
We were just talking about that. I have the extended version
Oh
of that.
God, so good.
And it's like, it is almost painfully long to where it's starting to become a joke as to how long it is. That's where, like, there's that fine line of, like, is this stupid or is this genius comedy? Did they just draw me out long enough where I'm like, I hate this. Wait a minute, I love this. And it's over. And you're like, damn it.
I absolutely love it.
Oh, I love that
it's so
movie.
good.
I feel like it's one of the most underrated comedies
Dude,
of all time.
The part where they're in India with the Beatles,
Yes.
and they keep mentioning that they're the
Yes.
Beatles,
Oh, it's so
doing
good.
horrendously terrible accents.
Well, they did the same thing with Buddy Holly
Yes,
and
yeah,
Frankie
Frankie
Muniz.
Muniz.
Yeah.
Oh, we have Khalil the Gamer guy
yes.
in
There we
the
go.
chat right
Nice.
now.
All
What is
right,
up,
so
brother?
cancel the AP.
Exactly.
Yes, we can stop calling all the hospitals
Yeah.
in the country because we don't know where he lives.
Yeah, no,
so we're
so
just
we were
like,
just calling all.
we were
the
just
hospitals.
guessing.
We were working on some have you seen posters of
Yes.
Khalil the Gamer guy, but now
Again, we don't know what he looks like,
Yeah.
so it's like.
It would
It's
have
his
been
avatar from YouTube, man. We just were gonna
No,
put on
it's
there.
just we figured we don't know, is he like Asian, is he a white dude or black dude, so we just put up the picture from South Park of
Yes.
the people from the future.
Yes.
He's all of the
Mm.
races. So really, if you're looking for a South Park character,
Yeah.
if you're looking for Khalil. Oh yeah, that's got a shout out for Alexa Bliss. He says look, Bobby, I see that, Alexa Bliss.
yeah,
terrible.
definitely.
This is the worst
So
thing
all right,
ever.
we're gonna try to get this up on my guess. What do you use?
Microsoft Edge.
Yeah.
You want to do the
The
Edge?
E,
Or did you
that's-
say?
No, Edge is that's
Edge
the only
is the
thing
one?
you can use. It's the only thing that Microsoft allows.
Gotcha. So it was kind of an okay week in wrestling. I feel like they're
enjoyed Raw.
half-assedly setting up for WrestleMania and not fully setting up for their
In
pay-per-view.
between
between
stuff,
pay-per-view,
yes.
Are
yeah.
weird. Like,
Yeah. They're
so-
kind of yeah, like you said, they're setting up for what they know to be the big payday, but unfortunately there's 2 paydays in between, and they're like, yeah, people show up for that. Although rumor has it that Fastlane will be the last single branded pay-per-view, as after WrestleMania they're going back to dual branded.
really?
Yes.
I don't know how
Again,
I feel about that.
rumor has it, and this has been somewhat confirmed by people who've already bought tickets for the next pay-per-view after WrestleMania, saying that the SmackDown stars will be there. So who knows?
It just makes.
Oh, so far, all right. We have the chat up a little bit,
Nice.
so let's see.
Yeah.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah. So
Turn off the controller. Maybe that'll help. Too. Maybe.
I feel like going
Chat
to.
disconnected.
yeah, you're the worst.
Yeah, weird. Anyway,
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good move of kind of unifying the pay-per-views, just because having so many pay-per-views,
I think
year.
I think it's that, and then it's also match fatigue.
Yeah.
How many times are you going to see these matches over and over again? So they want to try
And
and
hopefully,
mix it up.
hopefully, cutting down on the number of pay-per-views will hopefully make the storytelling, no,
See, at
the
the same
chimps,
time-
the chimps are.
So now the reason why I want to see more pay-per-views, and I like the
I want a
solo
pay-per-view
brand
every
pay-per-views every month,
Yeah.
and however they've been doing it. I like it because it gives them the chance to showcase people like the Fashion Police.
And that's going to
so
be the
we're
biggest
going to
problem
lose
with
the
that.
undercard.
Yeah.
To
The undercard is going to
pay-per-view.
lose out. Yeah, the
So-
undercard is going to lose out in this. And here's the problem with WWE. Because of the talent glut, the undercard now becomes... Well, Finn Balor's in the undercard.
Yeah.
And Seth Rollins is in the undercard.
So
And
I
Dolph
don't like
Ziggler
this.
is in the undercard. And Sad Baron Corbin is in the...
are they getting? I mean, then becomes the question of are they
Although...
getting ready for Brock not being the champion and being able to have a Universal Title Championship every month?
Oh, I'm sure
instead
that's...
of
I'm
only
sure that's a
at the
big part
big
of it.
events.
I'm sure that's a huge part of it.
Either events
But-
that are the big 4 or ones named after his gigantic penis and balls tattoo on his chest,
Great balls of fire.
ejaculating flame onto his face.
Great Balls of Fire.
It was the worst.
Oh, no, I agree
that
with
was
you.
the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
It's a giant dawn.
I actually, if you go back to our Great Balls of Fire prediction video, I think that might be one of our funnier videos.
Well, of
Just
course.
because of exactly that.
Yeah.
Just that logo was so bad.
Did you make a prediction for every match for that?
We didn't.
We did
We
terribly.
actually-
But
we
did it.
No, we didn't. We whenever he said I'm going to make a prediction, I slapped him across the face and I said, "That's not what we do. We don't make
That's right.
predictions."
Just jump all over the
It's a
place.
non-prediction
Exactly.
video.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's exactly what happened.
Oh, jeez. So,
But I enjoyed Raw this week. I
Raw
liked
was
it.
good.
Raw was
I-
decent.
There
Raw was very
there were
good.
some good moments.
There were
Moments.
some amazing matches, and some good storyline. I like the fact that they
Michael Cole's family is safe for another week.
Oh,
He said
not
all-
only
he
is
had
he
all the
safe,
spots.
not only
Man.
are they safe, he hit them so hard. They're getting desserts.
Yeah.
Like they're getting desserts this week because
He hit the trifecta. What was it?
he
It's
hit-
boss time?
he hit the big dog
Yes.
so goddamn hard.
Oh,
it
yeah,
sounded
no,
like
he
he
was
was
killing it, man.
ejaculating.
Yeah.
Like, he
it's what was it?
screamed,
It's the big
"It's
dog.
the
and,
big dog.
and the big dog's yard, I think
No.
he said. Did he not say that?
He did
I thought,
say that,
oh,
but
okay.
no, the trifecta is he's in the drop.
Yes, the drop zone. That was the
Drop
other
zone.
one, the drop zone.
Yes.
that was
So,
the good
yeah,
one
he
too.
hit-
In
he
the
hit
drop
all
zone.
three.
I
Yeah.
still, again, I really. So Booker T's gone. He was the
Mhm.
wild card.
Yes.
I think now that he's gone,
the
it's
coach is so terrible.
coaches. You know what? But at least he's coherent.
Yes,
At least
this is true.
isn't like you can look back and go, oh, Dusty Rhodes when he was doing commentary, he was awful.
Yeah.
Stop putting a gloss on everything Dusty Rhodes did. This was a bad thing that he did. Where he would say like, oh, he gonna skin the cat and get a raccoon, daddy. And you're like, what the fuck do you mean?
Yeah.
Like
At least Corey and the coach can joke. Like they made some jokes and played off each other. Corey Graves, though, I want an event where it's nothing but Matt Hardy matches and Corey Graves announces these things because the quotes that Corey Graves comes up with when he's like, oh, I ran into Matt Hardy in the locker room and he said he had a channel his inner. Like he had to talk to Genghis Khan and like channel his inner.
I don't know what it means, but
Yeah,
and then the message like
one
Cole tried to jump in.
Yes.
And it's just like no.
Yeah, and then Coach was like, I guess I gotta get my own Matt Hardy sponsor. Dude, the things that that Corey Graves has said Matt Hardy has told to him.
Yes.
This week was awesome. Last week's, I wish I could remember them because they were even better. Like because there was like 3 or 4 things and he was like, yeah, he said he had to like go on the mountaintop and like and channel to the dimensional plane to like talk to these people to prepare for the match. I was like, that's awesome.
Like I don't know which is which. I don't know if it's Corey coming up with that stuff on his own, or even crazier, Matt Hardy feeding these things to him, which would be better.
Oh man, I don't know, but I just want a whole event of just these Matt Hardy matches and Corey Graves being like, this is what Matt Hardy did this week to prepare.
Just, I one thing I like about Corey Graves is that he feels like a really good Mean Gene.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the best way
to
kind
always
of explain
kayfabe and he's always selling.
Yeah,
but he's doing it coherently and it's not, and he actually has a sense of humor.
Yeah, I think. But see, so going back to the thing with Booker T. Booker T was a wild card, and that's not good. Whatever coach is, he's not a wild card.
Yeah.
He does bring a certain amount. Like he's been in the ring and he's been at ESPN and he now has a little bit more cachet. But you can expect certain things from the coach. When it comes to Michael Cole, he's a company man.
Yeah.
You can't be mad at that. Dude's just doing his job.
No,
he's collecting
here's
a paycheck.
The thing, and
he's not saying it's, but he's physically saying it's boss time. But Vince McMahon is screaming it's boss time in his ear.
Of course. Vince McMahon, it's like
you're not saying it's boss time enough.
You hear the tears of Cole's family over.
Vince McMahon is yelling into Michael Cole's ear. I don't know what time it is. I don't know what time it is.
No, what it really is we're over here shitting on Michael Cole, and really we should be thanking him because Vince has screamed it's boss time in his ear 50 times, and he's only said it 5 times, and we're like, you said it 5 times, like motherfucker. You want to hear what I hear?
Every time Vince yells into Michael Cole's ear that's boss time, he starts to bleed.
I don't know.
It's just gonna come out of his nose one day.
I don't know if you guys have actually.
He's suppressed it so much he's got a tumor.
I don't know if you guys have actually heard this. So was it last year? They had there was a mix-up with the feed.
We were just talking.
Yeah, there was a mix-up with the feed and. You got they put the audio feed of what Cole is getting in his ear.
No. It was the audio of what Cole was responding to. We couldn't hear what was being said in the ear. We could only hear what he was saying back to the voice in his ear.
Yeah.
And he was basically saying, all right, I just said it.
Yeah.
Do you want me to say it again?
I see. Yeah, he's like, I really said this a lot. I mean, I think that they're gonna kind of get sick of it. And he's like, nope, okay, sir. It's boss time! Something to that effect.
He's in the drop zone!
Like he said something like, now. Oh my god. That was Vince McMahon browbeating the shit out of him.
I imagine Michael Cole has PTSD from that. And he like wakes up in the middle of the night, it's boss time! And he's like, kind of like cold sweats, like, he's in the drop zone!
It would be like, honestly, if there was just like a me turned to 15 on the other side of the camera, yelling into Martin's ear, like, say, like, share, and subscribe, say Punjabi prison.
The best, all I can think of is him just sitting there, like, he goes into fugue states for like 5 whole minutes, where he's just like, boss time. Boss time. And he's just holding a spoon with cereal on it. The cereal's falling.
Every time. It's like, what was it? The prophecy. Every time he shakes with his hand, it's boss time.
That's not cereal. He turns into the little girl from Jurassic Park.
Oh, Jello. Yeah.
Vince McMahon comes slinking behind in the shadows.
Oh, Johnny!
Tick. So this is unrelated to wrestling right now. It's actually a Pops thing because it just came up. Did you see on the Jurassic Park Pops that the raptor does not have a curved toe? It's got flat toes.
Probably because it can't stand up.
It can't stand up straight, but yeah, that's kind of nonsense.
Alan Grant though has the curved.
He does come
claw.
So then,
like,
cool So dumb.
But then it doesn't make sense because
Right.
if the raptor itself doesn't have the curved claw, then what the hell
Where's
is
he get the
Grant
curved
holding?
claw? What, did he make a curved claw?
Yeah. Maybe he whittled it out of a straight claw and just,
I like it.
Dumb shit.
It's Nimbus. Making claws for you.
They should have just like airbrushed a curved like thing on its
Cool. Hey, we got Jamie Marshall on. Awesome. That's Arson Brother Ninja
Oh, nice.
from West Virginia of the West Virginia Championship Wrestling.
Started watching some WV Eats.
Nice.
Yeah, that's some
stuff,
rough
man.
eats. I don't know if I can hang.
We're ready, brother. What we were saying is on Arson Brothers, they do WV Eats, and they're going around the area, and they're going to all the Princeton areas to check out the local foods.
Ah, nice.
One place I want to go, maybe come down during a day, a place that you may not have ever seen. It's called Bobette's in Milford, Connecticut.
Okay.
This place, my wife had said, I really want a turkey bacon dill or whatever it's called. It's like, oh my God. Like, it took me, but just saying the words, I'm like, oh, we got to go to Bobette's. And then I thought, I was like, this is exactly what Chris is looking for.
Mm-hmm.
It is like it used to be a little single Cape house in a beach town. And it got gutted out and turned into this half-assed restaurant that serves the best soup and sandwiches.
That's definitely something I want to try. Yeah.
Yeah, if we're about the same height. If we're standing 5 feet apart from each other in this place, I may or may not be taller than you, depending on where I'm standing in the house. But.
Did you ever watch that show? Again, this is unrelated to wrestling, but kind of on topic of what we're talking about. Have you ever watched that show on the History Channel called "How the States Got Their Shape"?
That is an amazing show that fell apart in the 3rd season.
Yeah, so
holy crap, that fell apart.
There's an episode where they're talking about, I think it's Tennessee and
North Carolina.
Yeah. So there's a part where they border each other, or it might have been Tennessee and Georgia.
Tennessee, North Carolina, and Georgia.
Is this the one where Vince McMahon then took Harley Race and put him on the main card?
Yes, exactly. So part of, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, it was Tennessee and Georgia, because part of Georgia goes into Tennessee, and the part of the town that's Tennessee is like a dry county, but the part that's in Georgia sold alcohol. And there was a restaurant that was right in the middle, so you could order beer and drink alcohol in one part. Yeah, exactly. But then once you went to go in the back of
a line painted in the restaurant, you can't go past that line.
It was actually really cool. But crap like that, that's where I want to go. And
we want to go to the cool places.
Yeah,
we're gonna have probably figure the event is on the 2nd. We'll probably leave here the morning of the 1st, which I think is a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna take us about 10 hours to drive down there. Oof. That's not bad.
No, yeah.
No, really. I mean, truth is, Chris will pull out a Switch. You'll pull out some other kind of gaming system.
I'll probably have a Switch by then.
And then, yeah, exactly. And then we'll be showing up there, hours later. So, but we're ready to eat, and we do want to check out places.
Yeah, definitely.
So, if anyone here is from Princeton, West Virginia, or you do know anything, leave in the comments some places maybe we should check out.
Yeah, because
maybe the Arson Brothers have already checked them out.
Yeah, leave a comment, because then I want to troll their menu and pick out what I want to have, like we did.
Well, that's the thing.
Exactly.
We got Pomp the Queen coming up on February 25th.
Yeah.
Counting down the days. I'm looking at their menu going, do I get the poblano burger or do I get the cowboy burger? Where do I go?
I shared the Pompton Queen diner menu with Mal, and we were going over it, and I was like, well, this is what I had the first time we were, that we were there. And I was like, it was really good, and he was telling me what he wanted to check out and everything like that. I was like, yeah, that looks good too.
So,
we were kind of
here's actually what my thought process was. Now, Martin, we know probably shouldn't and won't be included in this.
Yeah,
we do. Yeah. So my thought there is that we both get an entree of our own.
Yeah,
and then choose an entree that's not an appetizer, because all our appetizers are chicken fingers, mozzarella sticks, the things that we've had everywhere. Get another entree in the middle, and we split that instead of an appetizer.
Yeah, there you go.
We get to try a third meal, and then really their thing is they have a bakery, so I want to try something. When I went to go do the bill, as I looked up, I'm like, Jesus Christ! Yeah. There's this. It's like every kind of cake and thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. I'm definitely down for that that plan with the sharing of the food.
That's gonna be good. I'm very excited. Plus, that's a pop thing. I am looking for some wrestling pops coming up. Now we're going to actually jump into Raw, but I'm going to make a quick little announcements for giveaways. When we move over to VPW, when we reach 100 subs, we're going to be giving away a Bobby T 5-time custom. That'll be for 100 subs. on this channel, when we reach 300, we're also going to be doing a giveaway. That'll be for this Sub-Zero statue here that's behind me. And then once that changes out of there, we're going to load that up with new toys that me and Martin were talking about redoing the cases here pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, like, share, and subscribe. Tell all your friends. And I was actually thinking to kind of a little bit of an incentive for this. When we get to 300, when we do the drawing, we'll be doing it live like we always do. We use the wheel. We do it live right here. If you can get 10 subscribers to come our way and you can verify the 10, you'll get a second entry into the spinning wheel. So if you're live, you'll get 2 shots at it. And sometimes there's not very many live watchers. We get a lot of watchers after the fact. So,
Speaking of giveaways, I forgot to put my yokai watch on. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know where it's over on the table over there.
Yeah.
It's mayhem down here. It's around here somewhere.
But when we reach 1,000 subscribers,
Yeah.
I'm going to autograph the yokai watch and give that away to.
And we
somebody
actually
too.
just gave away the 90s retro Iron Man Marvel Legends figure, the new Five Alive They Live
T-shirt?
I guess would it be They Five Alive?
Day 5 Alive.
Day 5
They Five
Live.
Alive, or they? I like. See, I was gonna go for the comic book They Lucha.
There you go.
So, but it's the Five Alive with the They Live alien guy on there. So he's got one of those shirts. He won the figure, and I'm probably gonna throw in an Alexa Bliss.
Nice.
Because that's, or I'm sorry, a Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
So our giveaways for
Really?
a while,
How-
we'll give
what's
some
the
Harley
difference?
Quinns. There is no.
They're
They both say
am-
Mr. J.
that, and they're both amazing, talented characters.
Oh. All right, so let's dive in.
I love it. I like it.
So, actually on our Patreon, we're going to talk about this after the episode to really lock down. I'm going to put a poll up on our website or wherever maybe the Facebook or something. We are every month going to we're going to review a wrestling pay-per-view and a movie, and that'll be for the Patreon. Also, audio versions of the live show and a few other things for all the Patreon subs. That'll be at the $5 level. At the $20 level, you get a shirt. At the $50 level, you get to play games with us, and you get a shirt and a crate every 3 months from us. So
Nice.
the $50 is actually pretty good. Anyway, so
we opened some awesome stuff on here. So
really
Yes,
do.
we
We
do.
have some cool shit down here. So especially with what I've been unearthing, it's been kind of nuts. Some of the stuff I'll be throwing in here. So the first pay-per-view we're gonna do, I'm watching right now 1990s WCW. I want to do the 1990 run of pay-per-views, and the reason is because this starts with Wild Thing, which is the final match in that is Lex Luger versus Ric Flair in like a 45-minute crazy good match.
Don't believe him.
yeah.
No, see, that's the thing. I'm like, this match doesn't need to be 45 minutes. And then I watched it. I'm like, shit, that was a good 40. Like, it was 45 minutes worth of work.
Who
It
knew?
wasn't like Ricky Steamboat level.
Yeah.
But
Who knew Lex Luger could put in a good match?
no, he can't.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. He's only got a few moves, but
He doesn't understand what's happening.
it's weird, man.
Was
So-
this before or after the bionic elbow that he had?
This is before.
Oh, okay,
This is
nice.
before.
Yeah.
So his whole thing was there was a clothesline, a running power slam, and then the torture rack.
Kill me.
God, I remember when Lex Luger was the only one that could
Body slam
yes,
Yokozuna.
body slam Yokozuna. Yep.
The
Yeah,
Lex
came into the
Express.
aircraft, brother.
Yeah.
So now the reason why I want to do 1990 is for a few different reasons, actually, and as I realized this more as I watched the episodes or the pay-per-views. I loved WCW when I was a kid.
You and no one else.
More so than
I
WWF.
watched
I
WCW,
really love
yeah.
WCW. Watching back Brian Pillman is next level.
No, of course he is.
It's crazy because the environment for that was really well built. Tom Zink, the Z-Man, another one that like kind of gonna get lost to time, but this guy was really, really good on the level of like Rick Martel as work rate, like guys who didn't really get over or only could go so far.
Oh yeah, I mean the cruiserweight division in WCW was
Phenomenal.
amazing
Oh,
back
my
then. I
God.
mean, even like the joke ones, like freaking Disco Inferno was.
Duke of Work.
Yeah, he
Norman
was.
Smiley could put in a decent match.
Norman Smiley can put in a
He's
decent
Yeah.
awesome,
but
dude.
I will
There's
never
some good
agree
stuff
with you,
in there.
Disco
Dude,
Inferno.
Disco Inferno had some really
Inferno
good.
can work from
yeah.
time.
Give me La Parka. That's all I want.
Dude, the chairman of the board.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Exactly.
Hell yeah. So, anyways,
Even
so
like
1990.
Kidman, even Kidman had
Kidman
some.
could work.
So, Capital Combat.
Except when he would screw up that shooting star press.
Oh,
Dude,
he
I
would
love the
screw
way
it up.
that I love that he would screw up that shooting star press, and he had to hit. He would screw it up all the time, and then in order for Evan Bourne to use a shooting star press in WWE, he had to hit it 5 times and hit the same
because
X
of
in the
Kidney,
mat
or
because of
Billy
Kidman.
Kidman.
Yeah.
Because of Kidman, screwed up. And then meanwhile, what did we have Monday night? We have a 280-pound dude. No, I'm sorry, 240-pound dude doing a standing shooting star press in the match, and he wasn't the most impressive person in that match. So can we please get back to Raw?
So though 1990, next one was the RoboCop pay-per-view.
Nice.
Where RoboCop
Capital
comes
Combat.
out to Capital Combat. Also Botch-a-Mania.
Yes.
It's not the channel Botch-a-Mania. He could suck a bucket of dicks. But the botches of this pay-per-view in the entrances alone were gorgeous. One where Ricky Morton almost gets run over by that cart.
Yes.
The one where we almost see a whoopsie on Animal
Yes.
coming down the aisle.
He wouldn't have felt it.
Oh.
He would have no-sold it.
He would have no-sold the shit out of being burnt by flares.
Exactly.
Not like, woo, but like, flares. It's burning my flesh. So the next one that I'm watching right now is the Great American Bash. Return of Sting. Phenomenal match. I remember this. I remember the build. And what I'm actually, the reason why I want to watch these is because loving this as a kid, I want to see if now,
It holds
28
up.
years later, does it hold up? And truth is, it really does. It's so much better than WWF. WWF was more characters. This was more actual wrestling.
Right.
So you saw some good storytelling. One thing I noticed that they did there that they don't do in WWF was in WWF you'd see those side of the ring or the crowd interviews. The crowd couldn't hear what was going on that little that you could only hear it in that circle. WCW, you would have to cut a promo for the entire place.
Right.
So it was really crazy. Like they would talk and it would come over the PA. So when you hear Animal going, well, we're gonna do this, and the whole crowd's going, ah. Yeah. So the crowd reactions are so much bigger. It's almost like watching like an amped up NJPW crowd. Mm-hmm. The problem is, this is 1990s South. When the Freebirds come out, they're wearing full makeup, like women's makeup, and they're like prancing to the ring like this. I'm not going to say the word, but we'll just call it the real F-bomb because fuck isn't an F-bomb.
Let's just say a bundle of sticks was mentioned.
Quite a lot, dude. Some of this, I'm watching it and my mouth is dropping when I'm hearing. Now, what's crazy is I know WWE went back and listened to this because they took out music.
At all.
They took out music if it was copyrighted music. Did they not listen to the rest of this?
They don't care about the rest of it. Music gets them sued.
Yeah, this doesn't.
This doesn't get them sued.
Wow, we are going to talk about that. There is quite a bit in there. So we'll jump into Raw. And the first movie we're going to review is going to be They Live.
Well, of course.
I think. So I don't know if we're going to stick on a wrestling.
You sure you don't want it to be Spanglish?
That is where this all started. That actually, Martin just kind of brought that up. For those who don't know, and I know we have a lot of viewers actually that have watched for a while, Five Alive came from a night where Martin and I saw the sneak preview of Spanglish with two very miserable people.
Yeah, I was there too, but I think I was.
You went separate car.
Yeah, well, not even that, but I had gone with some other friends too, so we were like me and my group of friends were sitting somewhere else, and I think we were sitting away from them. Yeah. And so you guys were sitting in another part of the theater.
In the car
it was
on
awful.
the way home.
That movie was so bad. I saw it for free and I wanted my money back.
We were. But
that joke was made a lot.
Yeah.
This was where me and Martin were in the back seat cracking up, and we came up with the concept of Five Alive, and that was 15 years ago. This is about what that. No,
it was longer.
No. This was Spanglish was like 2005.
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
It's before you met your wife. It's before I met my wife. So
I want to say like 2003. That's maybe 02, 03, somewhere around there.
I lived down in Florida at that point, so that it wasn't that 2004.
Oh, okay. Well,
it was late 2000. It was late winter 2004. So.
Gosh, just awful.
Oh, you internet.
Just
terrible.
Awful.
All right, hand me another lemonade if you could.
All right, so let's jump into Raw. This starts off with John Cena coming out to
to
kind of give out about, oh yeah, I'm in the Elimination Chamber.
This is the only way I'm
This is the
making it
only
to
way I'm
WrestleMania.
making it,
It's like,
exactly.
okay, come. That was my problem with it. Like, all right, you want me to suspend kayfabe? That's fine. I can't suspend kayfabe enough to not think about that. If John Cena doesn't win this match, he's not going to get a match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to
Oh.
leave John Cena off.
Hey, we got Wrestling IQ 101.
Nice.
Just signed in, saying he's a first-time viewer. So how you doing, brother?
Welcome to
you
the
joined
show.
at the right time because we're actually talking about wrestling
Now,
finally.
yeah.
Welcome to the, I don't know, the Five Alive Penitentiary. Is that the Five?
And then words come across the screen.
I don't know how I feel about that stuff, but all right. So
Yeah,
let's get back to-
it's so very much because they cut the price on, or
Yeah.
they're slashing everything. So their idea is, hey, let's just do some dumb shit on the screen.
All right, let's get back to Raw.
So,
Yeah, I can't suspend kayfabe enough to believe that John Cena is not going to get a match at WrestleMania if he doesn't win this match.
Well, that's why
Like,
a few weeks
That's
ago.
that's just dumb.
That's why a few weeks ago when they had announced the match of Balor versus
yeah.
Cena, I said Cena was going to win. I was like, there's no way that they're not going to have Cena at part of the main event for WrestleMania.
Well, no. But what I'm saying is he's not going to be part of the main event for WrestleMania. He will be. He's going to take on the Undertaker. He's not winning an Elimination Chamber, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole, oh, if I don't win this match, I'm not going to be in WrestleMania.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
you are, dumbass. You are the franchise. Like,
yeah, you'll be there. So.
not Shane Douglas. He's actually decent at wrestling. John Cena, not Shane Douglas. Shane Douglas is terrible, and I hate him.
So he, loser of this goes in first into the chamber.
Yes.
So, because Miz comes out.
Miz comes out, and they start jawing at each other. Miz, God damn it.
He's good,
The
man.
crowd loves him.
He's getting to
dancing,
that point.
He's dancing on that line.
He really is.
He's got to start doing some heelish things.
But I don't even think it's going to matter at this point. I think he's at his tipping point, and no matter which way he goes, he's going to be the most popular of what he does.
Yeah.
So he's at a really good spot right now. So Miz loses this one.
Oh,
Takes it. What I don't like is that he kicked out of the face crush.
skull crushing finale.
Skull crushing finale. He kicked out. I don't like that.
No.
It would have been better had he not done the move
Exactly.
at all. He kicks out of an AA,
But John
but
Cena
then gets the super AA, and that's
John Cena's a superhero. Anyways,
from the second rope, which
Exactly.
means Miz might be dead.
it's the
true.
most dangerous rope.
It
It's
is.
press rope.
So he's going in first into the chamber. We'll get into this chamber situation a little bit later. I feel like I know how
46
they have
chambers?
to jump
Yes.
in.
Yeah.
36
So,
chambers of shower.
Next matchup, we get Revival versus Club.
It's an awesome match.
Awesome.
Such a good match.
They're
And
finally
Carl,
getting good.
Carl goddamn Anderson is just that spine buster he hit was ridiculous.
Dude, he's their old school.
He's
and
an
I love
Anderson.
it. He is. He's got to know that spine buster. You have to.
So
You should start a low high.
he really should.
Come out in dad shorts and everything.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Dude,
Some kind of like salmon and like teal. You know what? I have a vacation coming up. I might like go out there.
Yeah.
As
Dad
Arn
shorts
Anderson. Just like no. Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
going as Arn Anderson. Like I've got the beard.
Oh my god!
I'm bald.
No,
Yeah.
so what you have to do is you have to get 3 friends and do the 4 horsemen, but you're gonna be dad outfit Arn Anderson.
I have.
You have to have someone dressed up as full on Ric Flair. Like not
Divas.
suit, not
Divas.
suit, business suit Ric Flair,
No.
like full on
Woo!
robe and woo
Ric Flair,
Ric
yeah.
Flair. And then 2 jobbers for the number of times that they had people just cycling
Sid
through.
and Barry Windham.
exactly.
No, we're actually the day that we're there for St. Patrick's Day is the day I'm bringing my daughter. That is going to be NWO Day for us.
Nice.
And then the next day we have to figure out because Ryan is Hogan
Mhm.
and he'll be shaving his beard a
Mhm.
certain way, so we have
Right,
to
right,
kind
yeah.
of go around that. Gingerbeard's saying he'll be Zombie Benoit. Oh,
There you go.
Too soon?
Yeah. Ooh.
Always too soon.
Yeah.
Always the exact right time. That's the problem. No, so I think I'll be Macho. My daughter's going to be Elizabeth, and Ryan's going to be
It's not
Hogan.
creepy.
Hogan. We actually have been making shirts.
Which
for
one of you
this,
is being X-Pac?
so that.
Yeah.
Well, we have Beavis coming, so I don't
Okay,
know if
so
we
he's gonna
do
be
we make him
six-pack.
X-Pac
He's
or
6-pack.
do we? I like he'd be Ted DiBiase
He'd
on
be
Old
Kidman.
School Day.
He could be Kidman.
Just with a broken neck from bad shooting star presses. No, it's gonna be a pretty
Now,
fun time.
are you going to be Wolfpack Macho or Madness like
Madness, black and white Madness
yeah,
Macho.
there you go.
No, not
What?
Wolfpack, no red.
Wolfpack Macho.
Yes.
Good
Well,
God.
you know what though? I mean, it could be red because
I'm serious about to fly over this table and just like
I'm going
jump over
to a Braves game.
I hope you're
so
okay with
red
that.
would be
Mm,
would make sense
yeah.
to be Wolfpack Macho.
It's just so
Dude,
terrible.
how is Wolfpack terrible when they
It's just
were?
the
No,
extension of NWO.
it's just no. It's the whole NWO. You know,
Oh,
as you
yeah.
can start telling when the walls started
Yes,
tumbling down.
It was because it was NWO and then there was NWO Hollywood and NWO
Yes,
Wolfpack.
And then there was LWO.
Then there was
Yeah,
LWO.
yeah.
Then
And
there was
then
the
And then there was
NJPW.
Blue World Order.
Yeah, there was the BWO and then
Yeah.
the NJPW, NWO.
Yeah.
Okay, so getting back to
So
Raw.
getting back to current Raw, not the NWO. But yeah, no, we're going to be dressing up for that. So there will be pictures on our Instagram of me and all my macho gear. I got to figure out which macho I want to be from old school though. That's the one that's getting me. So
Cream of the crop.
Revival. You know what? I have the shirt.
Yeah.
Now here's my problem with cream of the crop. So I've got pants.
You've got to walk
We
around
don't-
with
we
a
never
thing of
see-
cream.
It's all churned and bad. It's like
Just butter.
Florida
I'm
sun.
pulling out butter. So
This used to be cream. I was the cream of the crop, but that's 25 years ago.
35 years ago.
The butter always seems to rise to the top.
So I actually wear pants when I do it because you never see from the waist down in that whole promo. But
It's
this
good
year,
you wear pants in a family
I
park.
think I'm gonna wear skin tone like tight pants, and then wear like the Macho Man briefs, like the orange briefs, and actually be. And then do like the top.
Now, is
skin
the
tone.
cream of the crop one? Does he have a cowboy hat then at that point, or
No,
is
no,
that,
no. He's bandanas.
See,
No,
Bandanas.
you got to do something with the cow. I think you need
Cowboy
a cowboy
hat is right around like when he became the Macho King, so like 1988, 89.
I think you need to do something with the hat. Yeah, that's.
Jeez, I don't know what's going on right now. We have people coming in and out. Like we're down to one watching right now, but like the watchers are.
It's because we're not talking about Raw.
I'm sure that's a
what
huge-
they're like.
No, it's not. It's the same people that are like getting kicked
Yeah.
out and coming back in.
They're like, listen, you guys aren't talking about Raw. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Let me know when when you guys
Weird.
are finally talking about Raw, and I'll come back.
So,
Well, we're talking about Raw. The Revival win. It's a good match, but still 50-50 booking. We got to start seeing one team win
something,
more
yeah, something
or
or
less.
other.
Um,
I can't wait for those revival bars.
All right, see, so we got one more. All right, we got one more person coming in. Leave in the chat what's going on. Are you guys getting kicked out? Are you? It's really weird on our side. I'm seeing like 7 people, then one person.
No.
So it's.
I'm really looking forward to the revival bar matches that are coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, those are
Coming. They're
definitely
gonna be
coming.
amazing.
I was talking to Ryan, who actually had a couple suggestions for our Patreon and everything. He's written some music for us before. And he was talking about just wrestling in general, saying he hasn't watched a lot. He said, you need to watch Cesaro.
Yeah.
It was like every match he has, he moves up a spot. So now the problem is he's number 1, and you can't be better than number 1, but he keeps
moving
being
it better, yeah.
And what's making him
Would
better
you say
at this
he's
point?
moving the bar?
He is.
I'll
He's
see
moving
myself
the-
out.
It's just that
No,
way.
you're my ride.
And you're not sleeping here, so...
You
So,
can walk. You can walk towards Beavis's and then call him and be like, "Hey, I need you to come and get me." Do you think he would do that?
And then when he picks up the phone, he starts complaining. I'd be like, "Payback! This is payback!
Drunk bitch! So,
You owe me!"
So, where were we?
Cesaro.
Before
We're watching
Yeah.
Cesaro, yeah.
Revival.
Cesaro's just awesome.
Yes.
We're going to see so much more from him. I hope eventually when he and Sheamus break up, we see another, at least best of 7, instead of them just breaking up and having one match at a pay-per-view.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
another
yeah.
best of 7 to really see who is the best. I think he's continually looking better in my eyes, too, because he's making someone like Sheamus very interesting to me.
Yes.
So, and there's
Well, I
the
think-
rumor that
I think
Sheamus
it-
has done in 2018.
I think it's also a big part of Sheamus being interesting to you is Sheamus is out of fucks.
Yeah.
He's just being himself. He's not trying to.
It's good.
Yeah.
I like it.
So, anyways,
So Kurt comes down, announces that Jordan's out with neck injury. He got the surgery.
He's out past WrestleMania.
Oh, there we go. Jamie Marshall is finally signed in. He's able to comment in the chat. That is our Arson brother, Ninja. So Seth comes down and complains, what the hell? I was in with this dude, now he's gone.
Yeah.
I want to be in this Elimination Chamber.
I want another match. Or
so he puts him into the 4-way going on later tonight for a second chance against, who do we have there?
Finn
Balor, Cruz,
Bray Wyatt.
Bray and
Broken
Matt.
Woken and Matt. Whatever.
Now, do you think Jason Jordan's legitimately injured,
He's
right?
really,
so he's not going to Tiny Tim it down into the at WrestleMania, because that's
maybe at Mania you might see him do like a stupid just to come out.
I certainly hope.
I do. I know. I want to see it. I want to see it.
Here's all right now. Real world. Here's what I would like to see. Either Benjamin and Gable come over to Raw, or Kurt's done. Someone takes Kurt's job.
Yeah.
Kurt goes over to SmackDown with Jordan, goes back, and we get what should have fucking happened this entire time in Team Angle Part 2.
Yeah.
World's Greatest Tag Team. I would buy Kurt Angle as a wrestling manager. I would buy Jason Jordan as the guy going for the U.S. title.
Right. Yeah.
I would buy the rings going for the belts all the time. This makes sense to me. What's going on right now is mishmash nonsense.
Yeah.
Especially when the real answer is sitting right in front of you. So anyway, Seth is there. He's in that match. We got Bayley versus Sasha. Really good match.
I love this match. This match was so good.
I'm hearing people talk Bayley heel turn, and I don't buy that.
No. There were callbacks to. What they're trying to do is repair the damage they've been doing for the past 2 years.
Yes.
There were callbacks to their match in Brooklyn. It was awesome.
No, this is great. So now we're dealing with the transitive property being Nia Jax coming down and dropping both of them.
Dumb, and it
really is.
And all we're doing is we are driving towards Nia versus Alexa.
Yep.
I don't want that.
Yep.
Like, that's not gonna be a good match. Say what you will about Alexa or Nia on their own, the two of them together, I don't see them putting a good match together.
No.
And then,
truthfully, what this really
you
does...
literally just had your two best women in the ring put on an amazing match, and then you let them get run over by a soccer mom who's just bigger than everyone.
The issue that I actually have with Bliss versus Nia is that it's actually Nia, not Bliss. Bliss can work. She can do something.
Yeah, no.
She's wrestling against the boot, and she's not putting the boot over. She's no AJ Styles. Like, this is not to say that Alexa's not good, but it really is that Nia is
You have to be beyond good.
You have to be beyond good to make someone like Nia look better.
Exactly.
And if you don't, then you just look like you got beat by a stump.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is
There's going to be a Samoan drop.
Think about Nia's great or good matches that were memorable. Who was she up against? Charlotte, Asuka, Bayley.
Next level people.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So all right. So yeah, this is a no contest because Nia beats both their asses. Whatever. Next match, Divine and Rose up against Bliss and Mickey. Bliss and Mickey are friends again.
Yeah.
They're trying, but they're just doing the whole. They're doing
the friend of a friend, like the friend of my enemy, or enemy of my friend is
basically
that kind of deal.
Bliss is trying to make deals that will help her out in the elimination chamber. And again, that's great for her character if her character was cowardly, but her character has not been cowardly.
Yeah,
it's only recently
that awesome.
Yeah,
goes out and wins.
Yeah, it's only recently that her character has been cowardly. Up until then, her character was I beat the big baby face in her hometown. Cowardly heels don't do that. Cowardly heels escape with the belt. They don't.
She's winning clean, and it's not.
Yeah.
So in this match, I really don't care. What's going on with Absolution? I don't care.
As well, and they're also pushing because the Elimination Chamber is Sasha, Bliss, Bayley, Absolution, and Mickey. They're pushing well, Sasha and Bailey aren't going to work together.
Yeah.
But Alexa's going to have Mickey on her side, and
Yeah.
Absolution are going to work together. But you know what it's going to come down to? Absolution are going to be by themselves at the ring at one point. Everyone's going to be knocked out, and then they're going to, oh, I'm going to hit you, and then Mandy Rose will sell whatever Sonya Deville does to her because Mandy Rose is the better worker, and yeah.
So now the other thing that I could see happening here, because now with Paige being hurt, and this isn't going to last forever. She's not going to stay on the road forever like this. Would be the possibility that Bliss could turn on Mickey and become the new leader of Absolution.
Right.
Because I feel like that Paige, too, that's an interchangeable person, and if you have that happen in or before the Chamber, then you have a much more powerful Bliss.
I would say you do it in the Chamber, and then she can walk Absolution down to the ring with her for Nia Jax, and that brings another added element to the
healiness of the thing. So it would make sense for this to happen.
Here's the problem. Jax isn't a face.
No, she's not, and she's not over enough as a heel to be even.
She's not acting like a face.
No.
So she can't sell being a face because she can't act. Anytime she has to say something.
What do you mean?
Anytime she has to say something menacing, she has to use lines from her theme song.
Wouldn't it be great if they took the route they did with Paul White originally, where they just gave him like nursery rhymes?
Yes. Exactly. She should just start saying fee fi fo fo.
He had to say that a lot.
Yeah.
Now, when does Ronda Rousey come in at WrestleMania?
Rousey signs her contract next week at Raw, and it more than likely is going to be Triple H and Steph versus Rousey and The Rock. If they can get The Rock, if they can't, it's Angle.
Yeah. For some reason.
So no one cares.
Yeah.
So next.
All right.
So
but she's not going to be. Is she going to be on Raw leading up to Mania, or is she not going to be there until?
She'll do the show. She'll do the Brock Lesnar. She'll show up and occasionally.
Point,
yeah, she'll point. She'll point.
Let someone else.
She won't talk.
Yeah.
Because why would you have?
That's where The Rock comes into play. If The
Yeah.
Rock came in, this would be decent because at least you have somebody good on the microphone.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle just sounds like a buffoon at this point.
Right.
He sounds like Lenny from Of Mice and Men.
Right. But then the other issue is so they're going up against Triple H. I don't care. Like
Paul
I just don't care.
Paul Heyman should just have like it should be like Paul Heyman.
A stable
Inc.
of MMA.
Yes, exactly.
Fighters.
And then just
he
have
should
him.
He should have Brock.
Mm-hmm.
He should
I
have
want Bobby Lashley to come back.
He should have Brock. He should have Shayna. He should have Ronda. And Bobby Lashley's on his way back.
Yeah.
I don't want Bobby Lashley back.
And then he could be like, we're gonna prove our domination over
just for the record, that's actually a TNA gimmick ripoff. That's going on in TNA right now. So they have America's top team, Stephen Bonner and
right. But here's the thing: did they have Paul Heyman?
Yeah, exactly. They don't have Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar, and Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. Exactly.
They've got Kale Sonnen and a few others. So
you could have the hair up and square up girl in your.
Nobody.
Or they could just release her.
Do that too.
I don't
release her, and can we get some pyro back? Get rid of her, and we'll get some.
How about
pyro?
cancel her contract, get some pyro, move Shayna up, or leave Shayna alone.
So let's move on to Braun Strowman.
Oh man, this was amazing.
This was awesome.
Elias comes out. I love Elias.
Dude, Elias' song is great.
The song was awesome.
He makes fun of Matt Hardy. He makes fun of The Miz, saying that he should stay on TV or go back to TV. That was awesome.
I gotta say, I'm 100% turned around on Elias.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
I'm loving it. I love the back knee. I love the fact that he's gonna get popped in 6 months.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I want him actually. So right now he's playing the role of cool guy heel, where he's insulting people and stuff. I want him to turn into Glenn Danzig because he kind of looks like every now and then, like he looks like bearded Danzig.
Yeah,
because he's got like the black jeans with the belt and
so
the
we watch
no
around
shirt.
Backstage getting punched by fat Italian dudes.
Oh, it'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Little Guido and Salagrazzi can come out. So
it was like Kings.
They are undefeated, my friend. 1-0 against Danzig.
But Danzig's got a really awesome house that bleeds.
It's true.
He never wears a shirt, and it makes me so uncomfortable.
Man. I was just watching Portlandia, like season 6 or 7, and he shows up on the beach as like a dude from Transylvania. I love that show. Fred Armisen's the best.
He is the best.
Did you watch Stand Up for Drummers yet?
No, I didn't.
On Netflix?
I'm so
very
far
good.
I'm so far behind on
very good. So all right, so Elias comes out, does his deal, whatever. Gets
Yeah.
interrupted by Braun.
Braun
Braun is holding
upright bass.
it's a double bass.
Yeah.
It's a stand-up bass, and he's holding it like a guitar, and it looks like a normal guitar.
Oh my god!
He starts strumming this thing so damn hard, he breaks it.
The strings. And he's
I
like,
was
ah,
like,
and then he's
oh,
like,
shit.
I don't know what I'm doing. And he starts singing, and I'm like, yes.
And the song's awesome.
Matilda's crotch, North Carolina owned Braun Strowman.
Oh, he wrecked it, dude. He was awesome. So
the only thing better would have been if he had his dump truck there with him singing, maybe like singing a lullaby.
Or even better, just having him there, just watching
rocking
Dad
it,
work.
just rocking it, rocking it while he's playing.
I would actually like to see him ejaculate baby dump trucks all over Elias. We were saying they're like Matchbox cars.
Yeah, exactly.
His sperm are the size of Matchbox cars, and he would just shower Elias in like a Peter North amount of like dudes eating his celery.
We like Elias. We don't want him dead.
What happened? Death by dump truck.
Yeah. It's like that scene in fucking what is that? That Danny DeVito movie, Twins, where he drops the chain link and that's basically what it is. It's just dump trucks. This is all.
His jizz is sponsored by Tonka.
Oh shit! So
we'll have to have a Tonka Tough like like sponsorship on his tank top. Yeah,
on his nipples. So when he links it appears, you're like, oh my god, Tonka Tough.
He wears that stow and go that your kid has on his cock. So when he ejaculates, it just fills it up.
It's a big playset. So we see the beating of a lifetime. Then turn into Elias getting a double bass broken the fuck over him.
You know when they came to him backstage, you're like, so we're gonna have Braun break a double bass over. He's like, so I keep taking steroids, right, guys?
So I'm still on the elimination chamber, right? Can I get my check now instead of later?
My favorite part about that, I guess, whatever you want to call it, was that, Elias is like, yeah, let's go, like, put the bass down or whatever, and we'll go. And he puts his guitar down, and he puts his bass down, and the first thing Elias does is go crawling for that guitar. And dude, it was awesome. Yeah, it was fantastic.
It was great. So
and Braun just like catches him in the neck or whatever. Yeah,
beautiful. It was good monster work. It was great heel work.
I think that's why they had Elias take the steroids, because like, listen, Braun Strowman's gonna grab you by the neck. If you need to be ready. If your muscles, dude, he will crush your windpipe if your neck is not thick enough. Where he doesn't
know his own strength. He shatters 30 cups, 30 mugs.
Not to go back to another reference we've already made, but he will Lenny your throat.
He will. He doesn't know.
Everything is a fuzzy rabbit to him.
He'll be talking about fuzzy rabbits, and you're dead.
The man pulled out a Batman crane and pulled scaffolding down on top of people. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. And
so he's got Strowman strength. So
don't you go insult the Mega Block.
I mean,
don't do it.
I feel like that's the only logical reason Elias bulked up.
That was good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was really good. So, what we're actually laughing about is something we're going to put up on the Patreon possibly if we reach a certain amount.
And we no longer care about our careers.
As we no longer care about things, we can put this up. Martin and I got into a mini argument. It's the only argument we've been in down here, really, and it was over Martin's use of his favorite word.
It's not my favorite word.
It seems like it's your favorite fucking word, I'll tell you that much. And my going nuts on Mega Blocks just to get back at Martin, knowing what I was doing, and then him going, "You son of a bitch," and basically walking off. Like, we argued and everything. It's a beautiful video. Son of a bitch.
It's not as good as my going off on Chrism, but it's pretty good.
That's still. So,
no, my favorite time was when we were not live. We were filming a recorded episode. There's actually two of these events. Martin had said the word, and the look that you gave him, I mean, it was like, dude, you were about to.
That was a live episode.
Was it? No, I don't think
That
it was.
was live because
Yeah,
I was
it was
like,
live.
we have to keep talking.
Yeah, that was live.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other moment was when I first came on the show, which I don't think this is a video. We haven't released it, but I had just been on the show, and we were talking about Glow, and Bobby T says, "Don't say these words." But one of the words was used in a move on the show.
Oh, it was the C word.
Yeah, and so
like, you can't go.
I said it because that's what the name of the move is.
No, that was that was like, well, that's what it is.
Yeah. But that episode has not seen the light of day, so it was okay in the end. Yeah.
All right,
So we go on to Reigns versus Sheamus. Reigns wins.
No one cares. Like
Next. So now we go into this match with Bray versus Welcome Matt versus Seth versus Balor versus who else is in this
Apollo.
match?
Yeah,
Apollo was the goddamn star of this match.
Apollo Crews is crazy, man. Standing moonsault.
Oh, by the way, I am 100% behind Titus Worldwide now. When he's up there, he does his standing moonsault, and then he goes like this, and both of them do it behind him.
Yeah.
I lost it.
Good.
And then he's doing they're going through they're making in their vignette. They had a little bit because every one of the participants had a little vignette, and every vignette was really good. It was they weren't all the same. Usually with stuff like that, it's all cookie cutter, and like everyone had their vignette and everyone had their own style. Like Bray did it in his boiler room. Matt had the broken thing. Excuse me. Cruz did it with Titus Worldwide, and Finn was just on a selfie.
Yeah, he's on Twitter.
And it's just like he's like, I'm better than these people. And Seth's there. I've beaten him already.
Real quick, going back to the Sheamus Reigns match. I really thought that it was going to be a good match because I figured that with teaming against Sheamus, it would have, there might have been something there.
If it was against Cesaro, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah,
poor deluded Roman Reigns and loving friend.
I'm not a Roman Reigns loving fan. I'm just saying there's proof, there's video proof out there that he can put a good match out there with certain people. And I just figured that Sheamus might have been one of those people. But clearly,
it was just an okay match.
Yeah,
it was an okay match.
But
it was as average as a match could be.
It was an okay match, and you knew it was going to happen because Roman Reigns ain't catching.
No.
He's not catching an L anytime soon.
No,
the last L
you're in the big dog's yard.
Yeah,
That's...
last time he caught an L was against Miz, and that's the last L he's catching for a while.
Long he had to get rid of that belt, and that was that.
But yes, the next match was fantastic. Even the ending I thought was amazing.
Double cut, double pin, really good.
So goddamn.
We're not even going to go over the match because we'll be here forever.
Yeah.
But go watch it.
And it's really it's one of the better Raw matches.
The ending was a little controversial ending. We get a double pin. So
we're getting Seth versus Finn next week, which I'm fine with.
Well, no, they announced on Facebook Live that there's going to be 7 men in the Elimination Chamber this time.
Oh,
wow.
I'm totally down with that.
Seth and Finn are added to it along with the original cast, which is what I wanted to talk about. So we have 6 women going into the Elimination Chamber. That's going to be standard. 4 in the pods to start it off. What are we going to do with this extra person? And my thought is 3-way match to start it off.
That's definitely what they're going to do. And so you get Miz, Seth, and Finn.
Miz, Seth, Finn, Roman, Braun.
No, but what I'm saying, started off with Miz,
Cena.
Seth, and Finn.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
This is going to be a really good event.
Yeah.
Especially, the lineup is just right. I think,
oh, man, what is Braun going to do to that chamber?
I was just thinking, that actually just came across my mind. I think what's going to be just badass is if they take the route of, like, Braun's in the chamber, he doesn't come out first, that it's somebody else, and he just gets mad and rips the thing apart, and it's just like, I'm in the match.
Yeah,
now.
I figured that's what they were going to do, is just have him bust open and be like,
I'm
tired of
being
here.
Yeah,
exactly.
It'd be better if he's just taking a nap.
Or, no, like, if he turns around.
Braun tired.
The chamber is... He's become Ludo from fucking the Labyrinth. The
Now, will
I
his
think
chamber be shaped like a dump truck?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
No, so I think what is it? It's glass on the front and on the sides, and then chain in the back. He could tear the chain apart on the back
they had the
and then
Giants do
jump
that
out.
once. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll probably be something like that. Like he'll do some big.
Now, are they gonna? I mean, are all the chambers the same size?
Yes.
Yeah.
So is that? I mean, is he gonna
Yes.
have like a? Is it gonna
No.
be a tight fit for him?
Yes,
Is he
it
gonna-
will.
okay,
Yeah, oh
It
yeah.
will be a
When
tight
even
fit.
Bobby Lashley was in there, and it
Yeah,
was really
it was a
tight.
real tight fit.
It's really funny that a while back, Big Show was in one, and I think it was like Jericho maybe. And he goes to get up on top of the thing and on top of the chamber to jump off, and Big Show just like reaches up and grabs him.
Nice.
Nice. It's really really good. So I think Braun's gonna do some pretty insane shit in this one, but he's not going over, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly, because Lal Reigns wins.
So now here's where this really starts to take a little bit of shape, and this would actually make some sense. If Braun rips open the cage with his bare hands, that'll allow for the club or the Miz Taraj to get involved in the match, and this is how Reigns wins.
Right.
He wins due to the shenanigans of someone else's team.
Or it doesn't matter.
Because Reigns is doing this thing. So,
if whoever wins the elimination chamber, they're the number one contender. Is that
they
how
go
it
to
works?
WrestleMania versus Brock.
Yeah, because normally it's the man who wins the Royal Rumble, but Shinsuke won that.
Yeah, and he's
going.
He wants AJ Styles.
So that was a Facebook
which
Live
he reminds everyone, which he reminds AJ of every week.
Nice.
Which in kayfabe, I like to think that every time Shinsuke Nakamura sees AJ Styles, even in the airport, walking on the road, he just turns around and goes, "I'm beating you at WrestleMania."
He just sends
him
he sends him a text. "Good night, AJ. Oh, I'm taking your title."
He's just like, it's just an acronym, and then he's distilled that into like an emoji of him taking the belt from AJ.
Dude, it's like the Dread Pirate Roberts. Maybe I'll kill you tomorrow.
So, we'll move on to SmackDown. One little rumor I just heard. What's that dumbass's name again? Mojo Rawley gave an interview where he kind of dropped a little bit of of Gronk making his way to the WWE to actually wrestle. So be prepared for some dumb shit hitting soon, because, dude, Mojo's not going over on his own, and Gronk is his tag team partner around whenever he decides to retire.
Yeah.
Which, if I'm Gronk, why am I not already retired?
Why aren't you retired?
I'm already the best.
Exactly. At this point, like, he's made a shit ton of money.
And all in my football career is me running over people smaller than me and then diving at my knees trying to injure me.
Has he not? I don't think he's had a season where he hasn't been in the Super Bowl.
No.
I think he's been in the Super Bowl every time.
Yeah, he's won one too, hasn't he?
Yeah, they've won. Yeah, they've won one or two.
So there you go.
Yeah. So I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to make the man's decisions, but when he comes in, he's going to be Gronk's tag team, or this clown's
Mojo's
tag team partner.
partner.
So we start off the night. Ziggler comes down, gets up into the ring, and they're now doing the thing with him where before they play his music and then hit the record, and then he'd come out silent. Now they're doing it the other way. Now the record's unscratching, and here comes the Miz. I keep saying the Miz, Ziggler.
They are best friends.
They are. So
they're both good Cleveland boys. That's why.
The music pops for this fucking clown, Sad Belly Button, Baron Corbin, and it stops. And then it starts up again. And you're like, well, what the hell's going on? We go back and see KO and Sammy beating up on Baron Corbin. They come out and then they beat the ass of Ziggler. And then Corbin comes out to defend Ziggler, really kind of get his own retribution.
I think
so tag team match.
I think what happened.
Oh, wow.
I think what happened was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn brought Baron Corbin a giant top hat to put over his top half. So he could,
I like it.
Yeah, and Baron's like, that's not my gimmick, and they're like, it's
gonna be.
No. What happened is Sammy was like, hey, I'm gonna play some music for you, and the Sad Belly Button wasn't having any of it, and they're like, no, that's it. If you can't get happy
belly
with
button
this,
started skanking.
Yeah, exactly. Sad Belly Button was super in. What the Voodoo Glow Skull said.
There you go.
That Sammy was playing.
So matches do get made from this. That'll be coming up later on. KO versus Baron Corbin. If Corbin wins, he gets added to the title match at Fastlane.
Yep.
And then the other match is
Ziggler versus Sammy.
Ziggler versus Sammy, and then
If he wins,
So
If he wins, he goes
is Shinsuke versus AJ the main event at Fastlane?
No.
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
He's wrestling the champion at
Okay.
WrestleMania.
whoever
That
the
doesn't
champion
mean
might be,
yeah.
it's AJ.
So what's the main event for Fastlane?
Sammy.
What we're about to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
So second match of the night, or first real match of the night, it's going to be Charlotte versus Sarah Logan, aka Sharon Corbin. This is just Charlotte going on her I'm going to beat everyone on the roster run.
I'm getting my retribution again. Riot Squad.
Yeah, I'm forgetting that she's the champion.
Yeah.
No, that's not good. So they need to kind of break
This was a
this.
decent match. I watched the highlights of this. There was the commentary. I don't know. The first part of the match was like some good back and forth, mat wrestling. They don't mention it at all. They're too busy talking about hashtags. It's like,
that
come
was
the hell on.
So, Charlotte obviously goes over. Becky and Naomi come up to give support to Charlotte to kind of level the playing field because Riot Squad's out there.
Ruby Wyatt's out there.
So Charlotte goes over as we expect. Next matchup is going to be Corbin versus KO. Corbin gets the win.
Yes.
Pretty nice. They trade lots of power moves, and this is actually a decent match. Shows that Corbin can be good, but much like Reigns and the other guys, they
need someone to help.
And when it's Kevin Owens up against you, you've got exactly what you need. So.
Well, plus you're putting up two wrestlers that have the same kind of wrestling style. So
exactly.
It works that way. I mean,
two brawlers.
Exactly. The skill sets work together.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a decent match. It showed that Corbin could be good. So. Rude Issues his challenge out to everybody. Orton accepts because Orton wants the US title. Whatever.
No, it's Orton wants to be
wants to be relevant.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So Mahal comes out and whips the ass of both.
Yes.
Which is crazy. Jinder comes out and
I'm waiting for that wellness violation.
Oh yeah. Again, I was saying
I think of.
The way he's gonna get caught,
and he's getting another push. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
This is a push.
This is the way he gets caught. He takes the pill that gets rid of his man boobies,
which are
they're getting big. They're getting puffy.
Yep.
So he's either going to have to take the route that The Rock took and say, I'm not going to take that pill because that's how you get caught, and gets the surgery to get. So that's why The Rock's pecs looked weird for a while, was because he had his moobs deflated instead of taking the pill that gets rid of them, because the pills would get you caught. So he's either going to have to do one or the other. It's why The Rock, during the Attitude Era, wore a shirt. That's why he wore that black shirt all the time, was because he had like scars from his double mastectomy, I guess.
I think that's a bit much, but
it's basically what happens.
But it is actually what happened, yeah.
So Jinder comes out, beats both of their asses, and talk. I'm this, I'm that.
I don't care.
Exactly. So we'll move on to a match that was actually pretty good. Golden Rings versus Kofi and Big E. Big E wanting to go for the record for pancake eating. Yes. I don't know what the hell is saying. Like, there's a joke going on here, and only New Day knows what's going on. Or much like the ice cream thing, there's like a popsicle set on the way. There's going to be like a
pancake mix or something. But here's the thing. I'm sure the pancake mix is all after the fact. I'm sure they just came in and like, hey guys, we're all about pancakes now. And they're like, yeah, just go make us some money.
Is this, it could be that, or is this a macho situation where
they're like, here, push someone was
like,
you guys are awesome. Yeah. See if you can put over pancakes. And they're putting over pancakes.
And they're like, oh no, okay. Can we throw them at Corey Graves?
Yeah. I still love the one scene where it was Smackdown from like 3 or 4 weeks ago now.
When the Usos were there at the booth because they gave them
this
the
is
pancakes.
A different time.
Oh, okay.
So they're throwing the pancakes around, and they go off screen from Corey Graves and Saxon, and I don't remember who else was at the desk at this point. They go off of them to show someone else in the ring. And Graves starts laughing. And he goes, are we all just going to pretend that Saxon didn't just get hit in the face with pancakes?
Yes.
I want to see the other camera of him just getting wet. And then they go to it.
Yeah.
And they show him like, like the Zapruder film, his whole head goes back.
I think the Usos were there for that because
it might have been.
because they had like the plate or whatever, and then
They always have a plate.
Yeah, and then they they tossed the thing, and didn't someone say like, "Are you gonna eat that from Big E's like tights or something like that or whatever?"
Dude,
You know?
when he in the Royal Rumble, when he goes
so
down
good.
and he takes the pancake out of his tights
Yeah.
and shoves it in Heath Slater's mouth.
It's so good, so good. The power pancakes.
Yep.
So Big E and Kofi win this one after some crazy pancake shenanigans.
Yes.
Definitely again worth a watch, much like on Raw. Like just watch this match.
Yeah.
It's really good. It shows what we could be doing here. Ziggler over Sammy in the next match. So now that makes this final match going into Fastlane.
A 5-way.
It's a 5-way between Sammy, KO, AJ, Baron Corbin, and
Dolph Ziggler.
Darren Ziggler?
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler. That's a good sign for Ziggler.
Mizzler.
Yeah. Exactly.
Darren Mizzler?
Darren Mizzler.
I think that's going to be one
He's
of the
my
characters in
favorite
the They Lucha book is Darren Mizzler.
Darren
We
Mizzler.
write that down so I don't forget that.
You're going to forget that.
Hell, I'm going to forget.
It's good because it differentiates it from WrestleMania. I'm sure this will lead to KO versus Sammy at WrestleMania. Maybe give something for Ziggler and Corbin to do. Who knows? But I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a good match.
So in other wrestling news around the world, we've got a lot going on.
What are you talking about? There's no wrestling doesn't exist
It's
outside
just
of the WWE.
I got you. So in NJPW,
Oh no, sweetheart.
they have an insane card coming up.
Oh my god, it's so awesome.
They're going nuts on their pay-per-views now,
Yep.
man. They do these multi-day events. This one is Honor Rising. It's a combination of NJPW and Ring of Honor talent. It's phenomenal. They just had their the CMLL AAA. What was it Fantastamania?
Yes.
Fantastico?
Yep,
or whatever.
Fantastamania.
Huge 3-day event. Massive stuff going on. They have their Australia series coming up, which is going to have Okada in everything. Basically chaos kicking ass at that one. So a couple quick things before we get over to Honor Rising. We have Okada issuing at the last event a challenge to Will Ospreay.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yes.
That is beyond compare.
Because Ospreay's your champion right now, so it's champion versus champion.
Champion versus champion, and one of the best in-ring workers and one of the guys with the highest work rate imaginable.
Yes.
Are just wow. Talk about two people. This is going to be an echo chamber of talent. They're just going to keep upping each other. The other thing is Rey Mysterio has issued a challenge to Jushin Thunder Liger at Strong Style Evolved, which will be the LA event for NJPW coming up at, I believe, the Staples Center. It's going to be huge. This is a good match. Where Mysterio goes, people pop. So, and I did just recently see that this match has happened before in 1996 in WCW. We got to see Liger versus Rey Mysterio. So this is purple suit Rey Mysterio. We had that like all purple with the black. And then Jericho Naito also at Strong Style Evolved is definitely a lock now. So that's going to be phenomenal. What I'm excited for here is it seems like when the upper echelon guys currently are going into the indie scene, it's Jericho's cut the path. He showed that you don't have to be under Vince's thumb.
Yeah.
If you're that good, then Vince is going to take you whether he likes it or not because everyone else wants you.
Yeah.
So Jericho's over, he shows up at Raw's 25th. He'll probably show up at WrestleMania. He's saying no, but you know what? I'll believe it when the show's over.
Exactly.
That you're not going to be there. Same thing with Mysterio. He just showed up at the Rumble. Why wouldn't he also show up somewhere else?
Yeah.
Vince once told us all, it's all about the money. And that's where it's at. So unless you want to see them in a Punjabi prison, you got to go with, I guess, free agents all over.
Yeah, I mean that's good. That's good for
Punjabi
the business because then it's your body, it's your character. You're putting all the work in and to not
You have and here's the thing: you have enough cachet that you can do this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Like, you have that power now where, you can shop your name around and not,
Totally.
which is good. Like I said, it's good for the business. It's your image rights. You should be able to do,
And that's the best part is they have their own names.
Mhm.
Like Rey Mysterio, Chris Jericho, that's their name.
Yep.
God, I am interested to see what's going to happen with Daniel Bryan. I just looked at the table and it's like,
yeah,
what the hell? WrestleMania is going to be.
I don't think Bryan's
crazy
coming
this
back for
year.
WrestleMania.
No, he won't be back for WrestleMania. It'll probably be more like SummerSlam, but he's gonna be involved in something. The rumor I'm hearing right now, and I kind of agree with. We just did our WrestleMania video, and we just did it. It's a good video, and I
It's already
watched
out of
it,
date.
and it's already out of date. Like we can't even show the thing. Like we would just look like idiots.
What I find weird about this Daniel Bryan figure is that to me it looks more like an English villain.
Looks like Charles Manson.
I just feel like he's some kind of, like I said, some kind of dastardly, like, just the look on his face. I don't know. Maybe I've been watching too many BBC shows on Netflix.
This week I picked up the Natalia. She came with the Money in the Bank because that's the new giveaway. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's belts, slammies. It's been all different things. This time it's the Money in the Bank. So she comes with 2 bald fists, so you can't even put it in her hand. Like it would even matter.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's all I really got for figures this week.
So let's go over the Honor Rising event.
Yeah.
So this is February 23rd and 24th. It will be on NJPW World with English commentary.
Awesome.
So we'll go through the match cards real quick. First match is Katsumiro Kitamura and Hanare versus Tajiro Takahashi and Bad Luck Fale. Next match is 6 3-on-3. Cheeseburger, Delirious, and Jushin Thunder Liger.
I love that they're bringing Cheeseburger back after Wrestle Kingdom.
Versus Hikalau, Tangaloa, and Tamatanga. So that's another Bullet Club.
So that is, they're currently the 6-man tag champs, aren't they?
No. Tangaloa, Tamatanga, and Bad Luck Fale are the 6.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Then David Robinson and David Finlay and Juice Robinson versus the Young Bucks. That'll be good. Then, oh my God, it's gonna be
the match I'm so excited for.
Kushida versus Flip Gordon versus Hiromu Takahashi.
Takahashi, Kushida, and Gordon. That's so good. Yeah. We're gonna talk about Gordon here in a minute too, because he's got a big match coming up.
Ryosuke Taguchi, Jay Lethal, and Dalton Castle. God damn it! Versus Chucky T, Beretta, and Jay White. It's gonna be awesome.
Dude.
Hiroki Goto versus the Bear City Bruiser for the Never Openweight Championship. And the final match of the night, Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, and Chase Owens versus Marty Scurll, Hangman Page, and Cody. And that's just the first night.
Yeah. This is the craziness of the division in the Bullet Club, because we're getting to see Ibushi and Omega back together.
So then the next night, it starts off with Hanare versus the Beer City Bruiser.
Which just to me means he's not winning the belt the night before.
Exactly.
This is why I don't like when they do multi-nights and they do title fights on the first night. And then the second night, there's not going to be certain things going on. So
next match is David Finlay, Juice Robinson, and Jay Lethal versus Hikalau, Chase Owens, and Yujiro Takahashi.
The next match.
Yep. Next match is Ryosuke Taguchi and Flip Gordon versus Bushi and Takahashi.
Oh, so good.
Then this is the
actual 6-man
this
tag.
is the Never Openweight 6-man tag championship. Cheeseburger, Delirious, and Jushin Thunder Liger versus Tangaloa, Tamatanga, and Bad Luck Fale. Then next, another 6-man, Chucky T, Yoshihashi, and Jay White versus the Young Bucks and Adam Page.
That's good.
And for the ROH World Championship, Dalton Castle versus Beretta. Yeah. And then
here we go.
And then your match of the night, Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega, the Golden Lovers, versus Marty Scurll and Cody. Yeah.
I am very excited for all of this. Yeah. NJPW World for $10 a month, just like the WWE Network, worth it.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you like wrestling? Get this.
Yeah.
So, all right.
It's going to take me a while to get through it because it's much.
So much. That's the thing with the NJPW. I do notice that a lot more people are over.
Yes.
Because it feels like the playing field's fairly level. There's a few people who stick out.
Yeah.
But every match right there, and they're gonna pull somebody else up.
Exactly.
So that bar just keeps going up and up and up.
Mm-hmm.
I love the way it's filmed. I think more than anything.
Oh my God! Can we
So
talk
good.
real quick about the five? I know we didn't talk very much about the five-person match in Raw, but the filming of it was terrible. There must have been something going on with one of the cameras because at one point, I think it was right near the end, and they had Apollo up on the ropes. I'm sorry, it was Bray up on the ropes, and like they kept going back and forth and cutting like quick cuts back.
Yeah.
It was
they're
making
back
me
to the quick
sick.
cut. Yeah,
Like,
that's actually why Ryan didn't. He's no longer watching wrestling because he said the quick cuts and he really hated the.
It was just
the punch,
awful, yeah.
punch, and the camera's like going back.
Yeah,
they stopped that luckily,
and
but now they've added the
I
words on
don't.
the screen.
Again, I think there had to have been an issue because there was no reason to be doing it like this. It was real bad. But.
Yeah, that seems to be the way sometimes. So NEW Northeast Professional Wrestling is doing their event this weekend, February 17th at the NEW Arena in Bethel, Connecticut.
Bethany.
I always mess that up.
Yep.
So it is at 40 Peck Lane. I remember that.
Yep. It's 40 Peck Road.
Peck Road.
The event is called Retribution.
Just, send people
I'm
wrong.
close.
Yeah.
I'll put that shit into my GPS and tell me right where to go. So, but the big match.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is weird. If you look at the poster, Legursky is on the poster.
But he's not.
But he's not on the card.
Okay.
So I don't know what's going on with that. I can only imagine he's going to do a run-in in the final match here because the main event, which is the only one I'm really going to talk about here, is Joey Mercury versus Flip Gordon in a rematch from their last match. Their last match, which was weird the way they booked this. Why would you do a no-holds-barred type Falls Count Anywhere match first, and then do a straight wrestling match second? You do the wrestling match first, then you do the hardcore match second. So a little weird booking there, but I'll take it. It's still Flip Gordon.
Exactly.
I don't care. I'll take it.
Yeah.
So with that, we get from that first match a massive cut on Gordon's head. It's worth, like, if you can stomach looking at cuts, it's the whole top of his head is sliced. And he bled everywhere. This thing was a bloodbath. So he ended up, however, getting disqualified, so he kept the belt. Mercury said, fuck that. You got disqualified. You escaped. You didn't win. I want my match. We're going to do it the right way. Real match. So Mercury's a really good worker. So I'm excited to see this. That'll be February 17th. I do think Legursky's going to get involved. Mercury is a short-term guy, whereas Flip isn't. Flip is their champion. So I think Flip is going to retain here. Due to some shenanigans by Legursky,
I'm sure.
Thus locking in WrestleFest, which is going to be so awesome. It'll be Legursky versus Flip.
That's
a good match.
Joey Mercury, because he's also going to be at WrestleFest. WrestleFest is coming up March the 2nd. It's a Friday night. It's going to be up in Waterbury, Connecticut, my hometown, at Wilby High School. People that are signed, Rey Mysterio, Mick Foley, Flip, of course. Excuse me. Tennille, formerly known as Emma.
We'll talk about it again briefly in a second.
Yeah, Joey Mercury. And they haven't really announced there's going to be... Yep. Tito's going to be there. There's going to be a meet and greet appearance by the Young Bucks, as well as Marty Scurll.
Yeah, the night before. Yeah, we're going to get Scurll and the Bucks the night before, which who knows what that means for the main card. The tickets are a little expensive, but as we start seeing this, I go, okay, this makes more and more sense.
No. So, yeah.
No bad seats in the house either.
No. And Tito's going to be there, as well as Lanny Poffo. So,
Lenny Pablo, the genius.
Yep.
And you know what's great? He shoots stingers.
Yeah.
We might get a poem from Lenny Pablo on 5 Live here. So I'm very, very excited for all of this.
Yes. So cannot wait. But yeah, so if you're in the area, definitely check that out. We've been to one of their events. It was a very good time.
That audio, however, was a nightmare.
No, that was not fun.
So, West Virginia Championship Wrestling, I know we've talked about this already once here today, for Miracle at the Mountain, June 2nd. We're going to be headed down there. I'm trying to figure out our sleeping accommodations, how this is all going to work out, but we're headed down there. I am super pumped for this. We're going to be eating all kinds of crazy
Yeah.
foods, but so far they have signed Tennille Dashwood, aka Emma.
Nice.
I think they signed one more person, so let me just double check. I think it's Ricky Morton.
Oh boy. Let's get something to run him over with.
Dude. Miracle on the Mountain 8 is actually one
Oh,
of those.
wow.
Yeah, they've been doing this for a while, man. Wrestling.
Look, I'll stay in the trailer park if I have to. You know,
Well, so what I'm trying to figure out for that is,
if they have a sofa out on the lawn, I will
well,
sleep
it
on
might be worth it for us to get a camper. I think we could get an RV and
yeah.
actually get a spot there, or possibly even rent an RV for the weekend
Mhm.
and just like have it there, or we get one here, drive down, drive back.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out what's like most cost effective and what makes sense. But yeah, we are very excited to get into that. Come on, man, what's going on? So I could find like where to get the tickets and stuff. It's not telling
You're
me
the
anything
worst.
about that. I am the worst. Truth is, on Facebook is like the best place to find it anyway.
Yeah.
So let me just get into that.
Facebook.
West Virginia. So how fast do you think Martin will make someone in West Virginia punch him in the face?
Oh, it'll be as soon as we cross the border.
I am on my best behavior when I'm not around you people. How do you know? You jerks.
I'm just waiting for just like, oh, and that's the time that dude punched Martin.
As soon as we cross the border, a West Virginia police officer is going to pull us over and be like, "It's them."
Just to specifically punch him.
Yeah,
right
exactly.
In the face.
There's no need for this. No need at all.
That's what we'll be screaming to the cop as he's punching you in the face. So, all right. So far I've
Be like,
only
look, can
seen
you just punch him
Emma,
again?
but I could have swore it was Ricky Morton, which is a good little segue. Yeah, can you punch him one
Yeah,
more time?
we're gonna ask him to punch him one more time so we can get it on camera and be like, "Hey, we're gonna put this on the Patreon." So you know, if you want to see Martin get punched in the face,
and
then
go,
you have to.
say to the cop like, dude, we're not even gonna show your face.
Yeah, exactly.
It's okay. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Seriously.
We're not gonna sue you.
We just want it for internet hits. That's
you need to punch Martin in the face for our subscribers.
Can
to
you
get on a
can you
Patreon.
tase him in the balls or something like?
Can I tase
him?
No need.
Tase
for
him right in that little patch of
Oh
right
my
in the chin,
God,
the
he's
little
so good.
baka puss.
So-
tase.
If I am,
This is the
the
Baka
neck
Puss.
is the baka
This-
puss.
So that,
Yeah.
what is that? I don't even know
Not
what
the Baka Puss. You jerk. No need for it.
Uh-oh, Martin's gonna start shooting. So we're doing that 1990s, all the WWE or the WCW pay-per-views. So I'm trying to see here real quick before we go off the air if 1990 is the one I'm thinking of. One of my favorites is Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal.
Okay.
And it was a giant wheel, and it had all these crazy match options on it. And they would pull a lever, and it would spin, and then it'd be like barbed wire death match,
Nice.
or and then it always came out to be like the most obviously the not so
Yeah.
crazy options.
Yep.
But
Look, I just want to see Halloween Havoc. That's all.
So terrible.
so, dude, I was realizing though, however, like the guys who were wrestling back in this time, their undercard was one of the best undercards I've ever seen. Steiner brothers were crazy good at this point.
Yeah.
Like this was their peak, and Rick Steiner, like he did a power slam and never left his feet. Like it was that level of like.
Peaks, genetics, freaks.
So, but so part of the reason why I want to watch.
No, this was
1990s.
pre Big Papa Pump.
Oh, yes.
There, yeah.
Oh,
where
yeah.
they
He's
were.
got the mullet.
Yeah, and they were the Michigan the
Yeah.
college
They
wrestlers.
come out with
yes.
the jackets
yeah,
and stuff. So the reason why I want to watch this too,
Mhm.
this is right before WWF made their sweeping grab of so many WCW stars, because right at this point was Bill Watts was going out and the new guy was coming in. I can't remember what his name is. This is the event with the Black Scorpion.
Terrible.
So in this event, however, or in these years, just looking at their lineup here, Mean Mark Callis is in there, aka The Undertaker. Ric Flair is about to move over to WWF. The Steiners, the Road Warriors are about to go back. there's so many people who are about to bounce back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
and you're seeing like you get why.
Yeah.
You watch and you go, oh, that guy's at his peak. That's why Sid got over to the WWE. I get it now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so definitely stay tuned. That'll be all on our Patreon.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even remember watching the Steiners in WWF. Like I didn't.
It
even
was
know.
very brief,
Yeah,
and they didn't use them correctly.
Yeah, I
Wait
always.
a second. You mean to tell me the WWF didn't use someone correctly back in that time?
It's crazy
I don't-
too
I
because
don't
in
believe
that day, who they could have had them up against, even if it was the Rockers, would have been
Yeah.
amazing. So you had that going on. They had Demolition versus Road Warriors in their hands
Yep.
for like 2 years and didn't do anything with it. And then, yeah, oh boy. Anyway, I think we are done talking about our wrestling update for this week. So, guys, I think with that, we're going to sign out here. Thank you very much, everybody here in the chat, for hanging out. We're going to be doing a giveaway here pretty soon for our live viewers. Maybe next week we'll maybe put something together.
Sounds good.
So, we have been 5 Live. I'm Bobby T.
I'm Martin.
And I'm Krizza.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Let us know how you think on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at 5AliveVP. And yeah.
That's also our Patreon is 5 Live VP. And remember,
Yeah.
we're going to be throwing up movie reviews and old WCW pay-per-view reviews in the beginning. We're also going to have some special toy openings and some of the more high-end stuff. I have a lot coming in right now.
Yes.
We did our pre-order madness, I think, at the beginning of the year, and all that stuff's about to come in. I've got some Knights of the Slice coming in.
I've got my Fallout stuff coming in.
I got Pops.
Yeah, so we have a ton of toys. I've also got Doc Brown from Sideshow coming in, and then
never coming in.
it's probably never. And then they announced the Back to the Future 2 Doc and Marty. So in the Doc from the later, and then Marty in the incognito stuff.
He's
I'm
just
very
gonna
excited.
buy it.
I mean,
dumb.
you. How many times? How many times does a toy company have to hurt you before you?
lot.
Yeah, is that what I mean? Like,
I'll tell you why. Because this is like
Loot
this
Crate
is
has really screwed you
No,
up.
no,
This is before. Okay.
Sideshow Hot Toys laid
Is
that groundwork a long time before that. Here's the thing. Loot Crate smacks you down and then gives you like some bullshit and then gives you one thing and you're like, oh, this is really good, but it's really not. It's just better than getting smacked in the face. They will smack you in the face with their pre-order and like you're making the monthly payments and then they're like, okay, it's going to be on this date, and then the date comes and 2 weeks later you get a thing going, all right, that's not it.
Yeah,
we're going to do
kidding.
something else. And you're like, oh my God.
And you're going to take it because you're a fat little girl.
Instead of like Loot Crate giving me something mediocre, they give me the best fucking thing you can imagine. They smack me in the face and then buy me a mansion.
Is that what it is?
It's like, okay, I'll take a pop in the mouth for what you just gave me. And that's the problem. I keep going back. It is, okay, Jamie Marshall, Ninjas, he's chiming in. He said that Ricky Morton is coming to Miracle at the Mountain. That is awesome. I cannot wait. Dude, he almost gets run the fuck over.
Yes, he does.
In Capital Combat, he's just so, if anyone wants to watch, we may have to reenact this one. These reviews on Patreon are going to be pretty good, I think. It's going to be a lot of editing, a lot going into them. But in this particular moment, Bobby and Ricky are getting pushed down, and
they're on some sort of like.
They're on like all right, so it's like a platform, like a deck.
But it's a moving platform.
And there's a drum, or there's a jukebox in the middle.
Right, there's jukebox in the middle.
And it's moving. There's guys behind it that are pushing it, but it's
Are
black.
you sure? Or
There is. You can see because you can see their leg at that point. So
I thought it was
there's
like
guys
maybe like
pushing it.
a tractor or something.
No. There's two dudes pushing it, but one guy's not pushing as fast as the other. So what happens
definitely
is it starts to veer to the left, and then it hits the divider, like the barricade, and then Ricky Morton like almost goes off of the thing, and then he finally like they correct it, and he's like whoa, and he's like, fuck it, I'm running. He just is like, I'm off.
They're like, we're done with this bullshit gimmick.
Dude, I think that match was against Midnight Express. People, I am totally putting over right now. The Midnight fucking Express.
Really?
Not only were they crazy good at the time, especially with who they were up against, but I don't remember Bobby Eaton being this good. And Jim Cornette might be, like, Paul Heyman's good. He is no Jim Cornette. Cornette was amazing.
Yeah, I think that's what it, it's really weird because now that you see him, where you listen to him now, or
Yeah,
you read his stuff he writes, and you're like, you're just a crazy old man.
Yeah, you forget that he really is one of the greatest managers in
Well,
Melts.
you have to be a little bit crazy.
Well, definitely, no, and again, the crazy part isn't the just some of the crap he comes out with. And you're like, the world's passed you by. You get that, right?
Yeah, no. When the most popular video of you is one of you screaming, "I said double cheeseburger with extra cheese!" Like it's a real order, you dumb bitch. Like. Real video, guys. Go out there and just cornet cheeseburger. He did blow the fuck up at like a McDonald's at the staff because they thought it was a joke order because his voice is weird. And he had his weird voice out and they're like, yeah, right, that's not a real order. And 15 minutes later, it's like him and the Iron Sheik or some shit. He's like, what the fuck? I don't remember who he's with, but it's like a crazy lineup where you're like, that's some crazy shit.
It would be amazing if it was the Iron Sheik.
The
Iron Sheik just cuts a promo on the...
You jabronis! So, guys, we've been going for a while. We are going to officially sign out. Remember, you bought it because you love it, and that's all that matters. Fucking Sheik, dude. That'd be so awesome.
I bought it because I've been abused.